It was nearly midnight when Ethan Grant finally turned off the highway and onto the narrow forest road that led to Ridgewater, a tiny mountain town almost no one had heard of. The trip was supposed to be simple: drive up, photograph an abandoned research facility, and return with enough material to finish a long-delayed article. But, like everything else in Ethan's life, nothing was going according to plan. His phone battery had died an hour earlier. His GPS had lost signal even before that. Now the only light came from his headlights cutting through tall pines that seemed to crowd closer with every passing minute. The forest looked wrong, too dense, too silent, too still. He kept trying to shake off the uneasiness crawling over him, reminding himself he had done trips far riskier than this. Yet something about Ridgewater felt off from the moment he'd read the leaked government memo mentioning it. The memo, printed on yellow-tinted paper and mailed anonymously to his apartment, mentioned a behavioral analysis project abandoned abruptly in 2009 after multiple incidents involving unauthorized escape. The location was redacted except for one line: Facility 12, Ridgewater Perimeter. Ethan had spent weeks looking into the name, only to find almost nothing. No census data, no photos, no history. It was as if the town didn't officially exist. The only reason he'd found the road at all was because an old man at a gas station 30 miles back pointed him toward it with a warning Ethan still couldn't shake out of his head. "Don't stay there when it gets dark," the old man had said, "and if you see them, don't look at their faces. They remember faces." Ethan assumed the man was drunk. Now he wasn't so sure. The road narrowed until branches scraped the sides of his car. Ahead, a faded wooden sign appeared, so worn he could barely read it. Ridgewater, Pop 241, please drive slowly. 241. The number struck him. Why list a population at all if the town had been abandoned? He drove forward slowly, expecting empty buildings. Instead, lights flickered from a row of houses just past the tree line. They looked old, 1950s architecture, peeling paint, shuttered windows. No movement. Not even a dog barked. He rolled down his window. The air smelled stale, like dust and something else. Something metallic. He parked near what looked like a general store. The windows were boarded up, but a faint humming sound came from inside, like machinery running beneath the floor. He took his camera bag and stepped out. The first thing he noticed was the silence. Not the quiet of a small town, but the complete absence of life. No wind, no crickets, no rustling leaves. He walked toward the center of town where a cluster of buildings surrounded a cracked fountain. A rusted plaque read Ridgewater, EST 1954. Beneath it, someone had scratched a line into the metal, deep and jagged. Leave. He swallowed hard. He took out his flashlight and headed toward the structure rising behind the town, Facility 12. It was larger than he expected. 4 stories, concrete, windowless, with thick metal doors chained shut. Old security cameras hung dead on the walls. A smashed keypad beside the entrance suggested someone had tried to force their way in. Ethan circled the building until he found a loading dock with a half-open garage door. He ducked underneath and stepped inside. The air was freezing, breath visible. Rows of empty metal gurneys lined the walls. Scattered papers littered the floor. Handwritten notes, restraints, torn patient uniforms. Everything smelled of old disinfectant and rust. He set up his tripod and started taking photos. Each flash illuminated the eerie emptiness of the facility. But when the light burst near a large observation window, something reflected back. At first, he thought it was his own reflection. Same height, same build. But the shape didn't move when he did. He turned his flashlight toward the glass. Nothing. He forced a laugh under his breath. Relax, it's an abandoned lab, not a haunted house. Yet his voice sounded too loud, too alone. He moved deeper into the facility. At the end of a long hallway, a steel door was slightly ajar. A sign above it read, "Experimental Wing, authorized staff only." Ethan swallowed nervously, but pushed it open. The hallway inside was different, cleaner, less dust, as though someone had been here recently. A faint mechanical beeping echoed from somewhere down the corridor. Probably a backup generator, he whispered. He followed the sound. At the end of the hall, he reached a room filled with dozens of monitors stacked against the walls. Most were cracked, some flickered faintly, others displayed static with broken timestamps stuck on random dates. A single monitor on a desk glowed brighter than the rest. It showed the live feed of the hallway behind him. Ethan spun around. Nothing. He leaned closer to the monitor. The timestamp updated, live. Then something moved on the screen. A figure stepped into the hallway, tall, slender, wearing a patient gown. Its face blurred, smeared as if the camera couldn't focus on it. Ethan turned his flashlight toward the glass. Nothing. He forced a laugh under his breath. Relax, it's an abandoned lab, not a haunted house. Yet his voice sounded too loud, too alone. He moved deeper into the facility. At the end of a long hallway, a steel door was slightly ajar. A sign above it read, "Experimental Wing, authorized staff only." Ethan swallowed nervously, but pushed it open. The hallway inside was different, cleaner, less dust, as though someone had been here recently. A faint mechanical beeping echoed from somewhere down the corridor. Probably a backup generator, he whispered. He followed the sound. At the end of the hall, he reached a room filled with dozens of monitors stacked against the walls. Most were cracked, some flickered faintly, others displayed static with broken timestamps stuck on random dates. A single monitor on a desk glowed brighter than the rest. It showed the live feed of the hallway behind him. Ethan spun around. Nothing. He leaned closer to the monitor. The timestamp updated, live. Then something moved on the screen. A figure stepped into the hallway, tall, slender, wearing a patient gown. Its face blurred, smeared as if the camera couldn't focus on it. Ethan turned his flashlight toward the glass. Nothing. He forced a laugh under his breath. Relax, it's an abandoned lab, not a haunted house. Yet his voice sounded too loud, too alone. He moved deeper into the facility. At the end of a long hallway, a steel door was slightly ajar. A sign above it read, "Experimental Wing,
Authorized staff only. Ethan swallowed nervously, but pushed it open. The hallway inside was different, cleaner, less dust, as though someone had been here recently. A faint mechanical beeping